What's up guys, Sunjutsu here, and today I wanted to go ahead and bring you guys my review for Deadpool. I just watched the movie and I thought the movie was fantastic. This is going to be a spoiler filled review. I'm not going to do multiple videos, so that's kind of why I just want to give all my thoughts about this movie. And from here on out, I will be doing some review videos on my channel. Despite how many views they get, I still kind of want to do these reviews because I'm a really big movie buff. I love watching movies, and I'm gonna go watch all the big movies this year at the movie theater. So I mean, might as well just go ahead and give you guys my thoughts. That way I can we'll have a conversation with some of you guys on what your thoughts were on the movie. But let's go ahead and give you a spoiler warning and this is a spoiler warning. And now let me go ahead and just let you know what I thought about the movie. It was one of the best comic book renditions, like straight up from the comic book to movie that I've seen in any comic book movie. Like you could say like there's other movies like Captain America and Iron Man that did pretty good. Iron Man actually probably one of the closer ones, but that rendered exactly the comic book world to the movie screen. But I would say that this is at least the top two, if not the top one, because it was done so faithfully to the comic book, and it was just like you were reading the comic book if you had read the comic book, or if you're watching the TV show or anything on TV, like any of the cartoons. Even the cartoons they have now, with some of them have Deadpool in there, so it was exactly that, breaking the fourth wall and everything. So without giving any spoilers, I would recommend you guys to go watch this movie. So let's go ahead and jump right in with the spoiler. So right in the beginning, you get a sense of what Deadpool is and which direction the movie's gonna go. The just the visuals in the movie are really cool. There are a lot of fourth wall breaking that isn't just right in your face, but it's very artfully done. It's kind of like it's meant to propel the story and give us insight into what Deadpool's thinking, and which direction he's trying to talk about the story, and which direction he wants the story to go. But at the same time, it's not just like sometimes he'll pop up in the screen and start talking to you, but for the majority of the time when he does break the fourth wall, it's just basically like in his thoughts and stuff like that. So I think that it had a great balance of when to do it and how many times to do it and stuff like that. So that's the first thing. Now, Deadpool, if Ryan Reynolds was put on this planet to do any character from any show, movie, comic book, anything, it was Deadpool. Like, he was born to play that part, and I mean, he did it really well. It was what he was building on from the X-Men movie, from the beginning of the X-Men movie, where he was kind of like sarcastic and smart-assy, and Wolverine was getting annoyed with him and stuff like that. He did basically that. Deadpool, it's basically building on that, I guess. And so later on, when they fuck him up, that's a fuck up, and I feel like they're trying to give us basically an apology with this movie, and I think it hit all its bases. I think it did a great job. I actually really enjoyed it. I love all the characters. All the characters was faithfully done. I feel like even the ones that I don't really know too much about, the actors were good. Now, Deadpool was serious when he had to be serious. He was funny most of the time. He was sarcastic most of the time. In situations where he was supposed to be scared, especially when he was being tortured, I felt like that was some of the best acting. When he finds out he has cancer, that was some of the best acting that I've seen so far. I'm not saying like the rest of it wasn't bad, but I mean, that was, I guess not best, but some of my favorite acting. His girlfriend, I actually really liked her. I went with my wife. She didn't really like her that much, but I liked her. I felt like she was perfect to Deadpool, as in like that's the kind of chick that Deadpool would date. And I loved how they progressed. I didn't realize that this movie was going to be like a love story, like a believable love story. This is believable. I mean, it's like they pushed their relationship based solely on them having sex and having, and just being, intimate with each other, I guess, throughout the years, because they were going through many holidays in the beginning. And then at some point he falls in love with her, and then they propose, and then it's like a deep love. And it was far more believable to me for him, and it weighed more on my mind that he didn't want to go back, and because Wade knew he was good looking, and so he knew that their relationship was based, like, started out on sex and how attracted they are to each other. So it meant more to me that when he became really, really ugly, that he didn't want to go back to her. He didn't go back to her for many years because he thought that he was too ugly to be with her, and she didn't really care because she had just fallen in love with him as a person. So it meant more to me, and it just made the story resonate more. Like, it would have been less resonateful if they were just like being cuddly, holding hands, and you know, have one of those like movie scenes, like chick flick type sex scenes where like it's like missionary and you just see his ass and like you don't see anything from her. And it was more surreal to see it. Like, I mean, even just seeing her topless and stuff like that. There are nude scenes in this movie if you haven't seen it. The ones if you guys have seen them, I honestly saw the first one with the girl and I thought, I was like, not bad, I like it, you know? And then when they went to the strip club, I forgot that there were even nude scenes in this movie. I was like, oh shit, you know, titties everywhere. So, and I love the fact that Stan Lee was in there. Stan Lee is a cameo and makes a cameo in this, and it was so funny that he was in there. I love the fact that he decided to stop by and be part of this Deadpool, because I know he wasn't a fan of Forrest, which is the last Marvel movie that came out, the newest one. Well, newest-ish one, I guess. But anyway, so the girlfriend I thought was cool. The love story, I love the love story. I actually didn't get bored by it. I thought it was pretty cool. She wasn't too obscene. She wasn't too ratchet. She was just enough to be like, you know, kind of sassy and kind of, you know, independent, I guess, ish. I mean, she was hanging around a mercenary bar and she was working at a strip club. So, you know, I liked her character. I liked their relationship. Liked his best friend. Loved his best friend. I loved him. I liked him in other movies. I know the only movie I can think of is just the Transformers movie, the last one. And I thought he was pretty good in that. I thought he died too early. If you get spoilers if you haven't seen that movie, but I thought he was pretty funny. He was actually he was comical relief, and I'm hoping to see him in the next movie. I do want to see him coming back. And then we got the old lady, the little old black lady that was blind. She was cool. I liked her. I actually believed her and Deadpool's relationship as like kind of like a weird like grandma mom type of thing. I don't know. It was interesting how it was. She didn't get that much screen time either. She didn't get that much explanation either, besides the fact that she was a laundromat. But even then, like, just the way the movie did it, like the way that it went back and forth between the telling the origin story and then giving you the movie. I feel like Ant-Man should have been able to do that. Like, Ant-Man should have done that, because Ant-Man I thought was a good movie and it was fun. It was like last movie that was kind of like on a superhero that not many people know. And let's be real, guys, not many people knew about Deadpool, in my opinion. A lot of people dressed up like, well, had the shirts or whatever, and like, I mean, I have a lot of friends that are gonna go watch this movie and they like what they've seen so far, but they don't know anything about Deadpool. They haven't even read the comic books. They don't know anything about him, and that's fine if you're gonna go watch the movie. I'm just saying, like, this movie is making him popular, and Ant-Man was another kind of not obscure, but like one of those side heroes that wasn't Captain America, that wasn't Iron Man. And I feel like if he would have had an origin story mixed in with the action present day, that would have made that movie so much better. Because we've seen the origin story so many times. Like, I'm so tired of it. It's gonna start wearing thin because we have so many superhero movies coming out soon. So they need to find different ways to do these origin stories. And Deadpool does it great. He does a great job doing it. So I love the way they did that. The action was amazing. Great action. A lot of CGI, but a lot of blood, a lot of gruesomeness, whenever somebody hit somebody, it was very impactful, very blood shot everywhere. The main villain, I loved him. I thought he was hilarious. Him and Deadpool went back and forth, like, it was like so natural. I loved it. And he was probably one of the most evil villains, like, that I've never heard of. That was one of my favorite evil villains that I've never heard of, I guess. He was awesome. I loved his sidekick, that she was like all powerful and stuff like that. She was in the bathroom at the strip club, in the men's bathroom, and she went to pee in a urinal. And they had mentioned her being a guy earlier on. I don't know what that was about. I honestly don't know. Maybe it was kind of obscure. If you blinked, you would have missed that she went into the bathroom when he was in the bathroom, and she peed in the urinal. So I don't know, but I liked her. I like the little things that they put in here, little tiny references to stuff. I liked Colossus. I think this is the best rendition, the best. I mean, I just watched Prince of Mastodon's video, and he said it the best. Like, this is the best rendition of Colossus that we've ever gotten, and we've gotten him before in X-Men movies, but this is the best. He's huge. he's very. I mean, he's all CGI. He looks cartoon. I mean, like Prince of Mouse, he does look cartoony at points, but he's just done so well. He's a good guy, goody two shoes type of guy, perfect for being in the movie with Deadpool, trying to recruit Deadpool. Like, only Captain America could have done this. Could have tried to recruit him better. You know, he was cool. He was big. He was metal. I mean, he stayed as metal. He never went back to his original form like he did in the older X-Men movies. So I thought that was awesome. Subatomic Teenage Warhead. I think that's her name. I don't know anything about her at all. Like, I'm a big X-Men fan too. She might have been in there, but I don't think so. I think she's a fairly new mutant, but I think she was cool. I liked her. I liked her power. I thought it was pretty cool. I liked the fact that she was great as Colossus' sidekick. They were like a buddy cop movie trying to recruit Deadpool and trying to find him and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. I like that. I like the reference. My favorite reference to, like, oh, this is a big house. He's like, this is a big house, but you guys are the only two X-Men I've seen. It's like they couldn't afford to bring in more X-Men to this movie. Like, I was just thinking the same thing. That's crazy. So that was cool. I like that. I like all the action scenes. I like the ending. I like the way it ended. I love the torture. I thought the scenes when I watched the trailer, when he turned into Deadpool, when he was being transformed, I thought that was going to be the worst part of the movie. I thought it was going to be the most boring and generic part of the movie. That was so fucking awesome and gruesome. I did not know. I think they must have changed that. I thought that Deadpool was just a result of experimentation, but apparently, like, in this movie, he was released. Had his mutation released, I guess. I don't know. I have to look into that, if he was made a mutant in this movie, but whatever. I mean, I can buy that, and it makes more sense that the X-Men would want to recruit him anyway as a mutant. But I did like him being like a regular, just like a freak of nature type of thing, like Captain America, you know. And I don't know. I want to see him in like Captain America. I want to see him cross over in Marvel. I know X-Men is cool and everything, and like I'm not exactly sure how he's gonna trans over into X-Men anyway, because X-Men, like the newer X-Men, they take place in the 80s, and this obviously takes place now. So I'm not exactly sure how he's gonna cross over, but they did say something at the very end, and this is probably. Well, first of all, if you stay after the credits, there's an end credit scene. A lot of people left during the movie, so like a lot of people, and I guess they didn't realize there was gonna be an end credit scene. But it's basically just Deadpool talking to you, telling you to clean up after yourselves, things like that, you know. And then he says that, oh, you know, there's not, you know, you thought there would be a second movie, like a trailer to the second movie or something like that. We don't have enough money for that. But they just got greenlit for another movie, so there's gonna be a Deadpool 2. But then he was like, Cable's gonna be in the movie, which I actually really did like Cable. Cable is part of the X-Men universe. I mean, he might be part of his own universe, but I know I've seen him mainly. I never read his comic book, but I saw him in the old X-Men cartoon. And I believe in the old X-Men cartoon, he's from the future. He was trying to fight for mutant kind. I can't remember if it was a black guy. I don't remember. I think it was a black guy. I think in the comic book he's a white dude, white guy. So I don't know, but I want to see Cable. I want to see more of these mutants and more of these heroes that we don't see. I don't want to see the same old heroes. I mean, it's gonna start getting old. But I just feel like they should add more, and that's the one thing that disappointed me. That I only have one bad thing to say about the movie, and it is that the end credits scene is disappointing. And I guess at the same time, it's just because my expectations were a little bit higher. Somebody had mentioned there was going to be a cameo that it's going to be really exciting to see, and I think they were talking about Stan Lee, even though that's just not even a cameo. That's a given at this point. But I thought Wolverine was gonna be in this movie, man. I mean, yeah, you saw him on the cover of that magazine and he had the face over. That was funny. It was such funny humor. I mean, the movie was so funny. Like, I don't understand how funny. Like, this is funnier than most comedies out right now. I bet you this is funnier than Zoolander too. I mean, I'm a Zoolander fan, but people have been saying stuff about that movie, and I bet you this is funnier than Zoolander too, 100%. It's a funny movie. It's on the level of, like, in my opinion, as a 21 Jump Street type of humor. It's that funny. I love it, and I could see Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum in like a Deadpool movie or something like that, as sidekicks or something like that, or a bad guy or something like that. But anyway, yeah. So the movie was hilarious, but that was the only negative thing. Besides that, this movie is amazing. But I can't really fault too much of the end credit scene because my hopes are really high. I was assuming that maybe he'd meet Wolverine, he'd see Wolverine. It'd be pretty cool to see the actual Wolverine kind of talking to Deadpool in full costume, as opposed to like in Wolverine Origins, where he was just talking to Deadpool, but it wasn't really Deadpool. Like, and then he fought Deadpool. It wasn't even Deadpool. Oh my gosh, that's so terrible. I hated that movie. One of my worst superhero movies ever. That Wolverine movie. Oh, just any Wolverine movie. Honestly, in my opinion, is bad. Um, all of them, every single one. But yeah. So that was the only thing that I was let down by. I thought the end credit scene could have been a little bit more. I mean, it was Deadpool-esque, but I just wish there was more. My expectations were higher, I guess, for that. But besides that, yeah, the movie is fantastic. It is amazing. It is the best movie in my opinion of 2016. But again, this is the only movie that I've seen in 2016 that was so far in the movie theater. So I mean, there's other movies that came out like The Revenant, like I want to see, but I haven't seen it yet because I probably wait till that comes out. But so far, okay, let me go ahead and say this. So far, this is the best superhero movie of 2016. That's better because I am gonna watch all the superhero movies in this year. So next one is Batman vs Superman. It's coming out next month. I'm gonna go ahead and do that one. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing these reviews and try to keep them special. I do these on my phone. I did the first one, the Star Wars one, on my phone. People like that one. You guys don't usually get to see me because I'm usually just a voice in a headset. So I figure like to keep these reviews kind of new and fresh, I can show you guys on my phone, and that way it's not like, I guess it's kind of special if you guys want to check me out and see. A lot of people thought that I was Asian at first, and I'm not. They thought I looked different, but this is why I look. So yeah. Anyway, guys. Oh, this is my room, by the way. If it's kind of blurred up or whatever, but yeah. So so next movie is Batman vs Superman. So there is a pedestal, there is a pinnacle, there is a standard set now in 2016 for superhero movies. Deadpool set that standard. If I had to go right now with my favorite superhero movies, real quick, I don't want to keep the review too long. Just start the year off with these superhero movies and superhero movie reviews. Spider-Man 2, definitely one of my favorite movies. And actually, I got this from I just watched Prince of Masson's review, so he did the same thing, and I actually liked his movie picks, so I'm gonna go ahead and do mine. Okay, so Spider-Man 2, The Dark Knight, Batman: The Dark Knight, Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America: Winter Soldier, Deadpool. At this point, Deadpool. I feel like I'm missing one. I want to say Man of Steel, but I just didn't. It was good. Man of Steel was good. I thought. I really enjoyed it when I watched it. I watched it on my birthday, but in the movie theater. But it's not like one of those movies that it's just the origin story is so long. Damn. Okay, so yeah, no, that one's definitely not on there. Is that really it? There's no way. That's it? Deadpool's on there. I only had 4 of my favorite movies, superhero movies of all time. I want to put the Avengers. Everyone throws the Avengers, the first one, out there like as one of like these great movies. I found flaws in the original Avengers. I mean, yeah, I was excited to see all of them on the big screen all together finally, but I found flaws. I actually enjoyed Avengers 2 better than Avengers, but I don't think that either of them are my favorite superhero movies of all time. Let's see here. I just in the back of my head, I feel like I'm missing one. I mean, I could throw Spider-Man 1 in there. Days of Future Past. Actually, that's my number 1. That was my number 1. So if I had to revision the list of my favorite superhero movies of all time, as of right now, Deadpool I think would make the list. I think it will. So because it's just so well done. God damn. So my favorite movies of 2000 is gonna be X-Men: Days of Future Past, The Dark Knight, Spider-Man 2, the original Spider-Man 2, not the Amazing Spider-Man 2. This is tough. Okay, so X-Men: Days of Future Past. Sorry about that. X-Men: Days of Future Past, The Dark Knight, Batman: The Dark Knight, Captain America. What's Captain America? Spider-Man 2. Captain America: Winter Soldier, and then Deadpool. I think Deadpool makes it up there because it's just so well done. Like, yep, that's it. I don't want this review to go past, well, now it's going past 20 minutes, but, and that actually, you know, took a, actually, I'm going to go ahead and edit this, so it should be more condensed by the time you guys watch it. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, those are my top 5 favorite superhero movies of all time. I might be missing one. Yes, I took Guardians of the Galaxy out of there because I like the movie. It's not one of my favorite movies of all time. And so, yeah, those are my favorite movies of all time. Deadpool makes the list. I would say Deadpool is an A+. I give him an A+, a 10 out of 10. Go watch this movie. If you're not even a Deadpool fan, you know nothing of Deadpool, it tells you everything. It tells you everything about Deadpool for the most part. It'll make you fall in love with the character. So, yeah, go ahead and watch that, guys. I gave it a 10 out of 10. Let me know what you guys thought. If you guys have watched the Deadpool movie, put in the comment section below. Let me know. And as always, guys, if you like what you see here, well, let's see if we can get 50 likes for Deadpool. And if you like what you see here, you like to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to see more. Become a subscriber today. Again, to see my movie reviews, but also I have my Total War videos, and you know, I do my Star Wars videos, my versus videos and stuff like that. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, become a subscriber today. This is going to be Sunjutsu signing off, guys. Take care. Or anything on TV, like any of the cartoons. Even the cartoons they have now, with some of them have Deadpool in there. So it was exactly that, breaking the fourth wall and everything. So without giving any spoilers, I would recommend you guys to go watch this movie. So let's go ahead and jump right in with the spoiler. So right in the beginning, you get a sense of what Deadpool is and which direction the movie's gonna go. The visual, just the visuals in the movie are really, really cool. There are a lot of fourth wall breaking that isn't just right in your face, but it's very artfully done. It's kind of like it's meant to propel the story and give us insight into, a lot of it is to give us insight into what Deadpool's thinking and which direction he's trying to talk about the story, and which direction he wants the story to go. But at the same time, it's not just like, sometimes he'll pop up in the screen and start talking to you, but what's up, guys? Sunjutsu here, and today I wanted to go ahead and bring you guys my review for Deadpool. I just watched the movie and I thought the movie was fantastic. This is going to be a spoiler-filled review. I'm not going to do multiple videos, so that's kind of why I just want to give all my thoughts about this movie. And from here on out, I will be doing some review videos on my channel. Despite how many views they get, I still kind of want to do these reviews because I'm a really big movie buff. I love watching movies, and I'm going to go watch all the big movies this year at the movie theater. So I mean, might as well just go ahead and give you guys my thoughts. That way I can have we'll have basically an apology with this movie. And I think it hit all its bases. I think it did a great job. I actually really enjoyed it. I love all the characters. All the characters was faithfully done. I feel like even the ones that I don't really know too much about, the actors were good. Now, Deadpool was serious when he had to be serious. He was funny most of the time. He was sarcastic most of the time. In situations where he was supposed to be scared, especially when he was being tortured, I felt like that was some of the best acting. When he finds out he has cancer, that was some of the best acting that I've seen so far. I mean, I'm not saying like the rest of it wasn't bad, but I mean, that was, I guess not best, but some of my favorite acting. His girlfriend, I actually really liked her. I went with my wife. She didn't really like her that much, but I liked her. I felt like she was perfect to Deadpool. For the majority of the time when he does break the fourth wall, it's just basically like in his thoughts and stuff like that. So I think that it had a great balance of when to do it and how many times to do it and stuff like that. So that's the first thing. Now, Deadpool, if Ryan Reynolds was put on this plan to do any character from any show, movie, comic book, anything, it was Deadpool. Like, he was born to play that part. And I mean, he did it really well. He was basically, it was what he was building on from the X-Men movie, from the beginning of the X-Men movie, where he was kind of like sarcastic and smart-assy, and Wolverine was getting annoyed with him and stuff like that. He did basically that Deadpool. It's basically building on that, I guess. And so later on, when they fuck him up, you know, that's a fuck up. And I feel like they're trying to give us a conversation with some of you guys on what your thoughts were on the movie. But let's go ahead and give you a spoiler warning and this is a spoiler warning, and now let me go ahead and just let you know what I thought about the movie. It was the best it was one of the best comic book renditions, like straight up from the comic book to movie that I've seen in any comic book movie. Like, there are, I mean, you could say like there's other movies like Captain America and Iron Man that did pretty good. Iron Man actually probably one of the closer ones, but that rendered exactly the comic book world to the movie screen. But I would say that this is at least the top two, to not, if not the top one, because it was done so faithfully to the comic book, and it was just like you were reading the comic book if you had read the comic book, or if you're watching the TV show.